Tiro, a facial ornamentation cosmetic. It dates back to the 19th century and is widely popular with the Yoruba ethnic group of Western Nigeria. Holding to the variety of ways by which body ornamentation is carried out, this short documentary is to give insight into the relevance of Tiro in the contemporary settings. Findings show that the Tiro performs some skin cleansing functions, and this medicinal ramification has promoted the call by ornamentation devotees for more awareness and the modernization of process of application as a build-up to global acceptability. Tiro is a cultural highlining cosmetic for facial ornamentation widely in the western part of Nigeria where the Yoruba ethnic group is located. It is an age-long phenomenon and has been worn by both men and women but became very popular in the 19th century. In spite of the popularity in western Nigeria, Tiro has a national and universal character. The Hausa in the northern part of the country call it Kwali, and while the Igbos in the eastern part of the country call it Uhi, while American Indians are also found with the tradition of using Tiro. The base material from which Tiro is made is called galena. Galena alluded to a common metallic mineral and the most important commercial ore of lead and silver mined. To the typical Elewe also known as trado medical practitioner and hand users who are in the southwestern Nigeria, the Yoruba people, it is excavated from earth like the common rock salt used in cooking to catalyze softened tough meat. Galena subsists as characteristic cubic and octahedral crystal formations. The metallic crystal appearance is silvery lustrous gray, sometimes with a blue tint. Crystals tend to be bright silver color when first mined, but tarnish to a dull metallic color after exposure to air. The appearance of Tiro as accessible in Yoruba land is in form of a smaller shape. Yoruba Tiro is merely a piece of the iceberg from a grand octahedral crystal formation. Galena-based Tiro is associated with the energy of elemental earth and is said to increase confidence, self-belief, and inner strength. It is an excellent crystal to keep near when you are working towards important life goals, as it helps you to find the enthusiasm and determination to achieve your goals, no matter how distant they might seem. According to some research, Galena-based Tiro strengthens and balances human energy and also helps to create a state of being where your spiritual, physical, and mental powers are working together harmoniously for the highest good of all. This statement implies that Tiro has some mythical characteristics capable of performing unfathomable feats. Tiro has a silvery shining coal grey color such that attracts one's attention at first sight. These small chips are ground into powder from the crystalline state. It is antimony which when ground with a piece of charcoal is applicable to the eyelashes. The ground grey black mixture is often kept in a conical dispenser made of metal. The powdered form is neatly packed into conical metal pot or dispenser and applied to the lower rim of the eye with a round-ended stick for facial beautification. A small rod in the container allows the application to the margins of the eyelids. Studies have shown that Tiro has been applied for its beautifying and attractive effects on the eyes. It is also used for its protective or sunlight shielding effect on the eyes as well as the treatment of ophthalmologic infections to cleanse the eyes. Tiro is made by grinding galena, which is also known as lead sulfide, and other ingredients. Studies on traditional makeups used in Nigeria have reported very high levels of trace metals in locally produced facial makeups. However, there is dearth of information on the trace metal content and toxicological effects of repeated and prolonged exposure to galena-based Tiro. In other words, Tiro is being made with some poisonous ingredients. Today, the trend is to make it without poisonous ingredients. It is widely used in Middle East, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, and South Asia to darken the eyelids and as mascara for eyelashes. It is used mostly by women, but also seen on men and children. Further investigation revealed that the mineral in the contents of Tiro is a natural semiconductor widely used as the crystal inside early wireless radio sets. Yoruba use Tiro for beauty enhancement. An attractive effect on the eyes is primarily aimed at females. By extension, it has broadened its appeal to the male market. It was used initially by traditional religion worshippers such as Sango and Obatala, and used by other uninitiated women in Yoruba and other Yoruba towns. Uninitiated women refer to any other women or persons outside the religion. Devotees of these traditional religions illustrate confirmation and commitment to their religions by marking their bodies and applying tiro. The use of tiro in traditional religion would neither be considered for ornamentation nor attraction. The purpose for this by the traditional worshipper would be for the exploitation of mythism surrounding the tiro. Looking attractive is important to members of virtually every culture, especially to the young who seek romantic partners and to those who desire to extend their influence in society through contact with others, usually front desk personnel or those desiring to secure a good looking spouse for marriage. The eyes represent the person's identity and most exposed to public impression. Thus, whether a person is in general considered beautiful or otherwise depends much on facial beauty. This is why it is very much fundamental for women to invest in cosmetism by merely using cosmetic to increase their attraction through contact with the eyes. Some women resort to explore the mystery power behind Tiro to attract men for relationships. This phenomenon is, however, a game of chance as it doesn't work on all men. Keep watching Gazi World.